when I mentioned that you need to implore, you need to spend time with self, you must meditate because all is mental. And it's a mental act. I look at it as mental push-ups. Physical push-ups, all right, I need to do those too. But mental push-ups in the sense of spending time with myself, breathing, because we breathe wrong.
Thank you.
Breathing is bad, the way we're breathing. And even the children when they're born, you know, the ancestors used to teach us, you need to not cut that umbilical cord for sometime 3 or 4 hours so the child coming from the spirit realm through the wormhole can get acclimated to this type of breathing. But first thing to do, baby come out, and the baby's breathing all wrong. And we grow up breathing wrong from the beginning. So our breathing is wrong. Now you can live without water for a while. You can live without food for a little while. Try living without breathing for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
It is over. So I spend time, I'm not an expert, but I'm working at it every single day to change the way I breathe, focus my attention, spend time with self.
Yeah.
And it has done wonders for me. It has done wonders for me. And I started out with just 15 minutes. And it was hard for the 15 minutes at first. I'm like, oh man, what's on the stove? Is the phone ringing? This and that. And then the 15 minutes turned into 20, and then the 20 turned into an hour, and then 2 hours. And then, as Rose always teaches, once you understand how it's done, you don't need to put all the candles and all that stuff out. That stuff is left brain thinking. So a lot of times it allows your left brain to associate with something tangible while the work is going on the right side of the brain.
Right.
Once you get good at it, man, you can be doing it as you talking to people. As you sitting there getting a few minutes to yourself, you can get it done. And I've done it. You know what I'm saying? From time to time, listen, I got to calm down. I got a few minutes. Let me get my breathing right, this and that, because I don't know what the situation is going to bring about. But start with 5 minutes, work up to 10 minutes, 15, until you get to a point, your comfort zone.
Right.
And, you know, still sometimes I go 2 hours.
Yeah.
It all depends on how much time I have available to do it and things of that nature. And it works wonders for me. And there was a time I wasn't using it, but I began to practice hard. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, you got me back into it. You know what I'm saying?
But you know,
getting in contact with you, and I know that you apply what you know you go through.
Day.
And I was saying, wow,
Yeah,
that's right. And when people tell you the truth and you know it already, it's like, bro, come on, you know this already.
Yeah.
So you should know better. But for those who don't, get into it. Turn the TV off, turn the radio off, because they're renting your brain. If you're not using it, they might as well use it if you're not going to use it.
That's right.
So they're always putting little things and showing you these advertisements and getting you to watch this and that. Get into self.
Okay, this is the end of part. Wife LaTanya is the one finishing up my first book to come.
Yeah.
And they're doing an excellent job.
And it's going to be a fabulous book, because I'm cheating. I'm reading the whole book before it comes out, and it's very inspirational, and it's needed. It's needed so much, and I can't wait to be a part of it, to get it out into the universe, and the ancestors will take care of the rest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This book was channeled through me because it's like 8 years
in the making.
In the making, and a lot had to do with my fear, thinking, you know, who am I to write a book? I only completed the 9th grade. Who's going to read my book? You know, that whole low self-esteem and judging myself. And I went through a lot of people to get to the point, and I was getting ready to give up.
Yeah.
And that's when my son came home and showed me your book. And I spoke to you, and I asked you, did your wife know someone to do editing? And you say, she does.
Yeah.
And she's been doing it, and it's great, because I'm like, God, if you want this to be done, you have to make a way. Because I was ready to give up. I cried. I cried for a whole day. And when I saw what she did, I said it was worth it. Everything that I went through trying to get this book finished was worth it.
And I went through some similar things putting this book out myself. Fear. Because it's
you did?
Yes, it's a book that's a lot of people are not ready for. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, wow, should I say that? But the Spirit kept saying, you have to say it, because if not, it will kill you. When you internalize these things that need to come out, like if you withhold the knowledge, it's gonna kill you.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to let it out, and you have to let the chips fall where they may.
Right.
I was saying, a lot of rappers, man, these guys gonna be looking for me. And I said, you know what? The Spirit said, don't even worry about none of that. We got you.
We got you.
We got you. This information needs to be out. And I put a little saying in the book, because people ask me, aren't you afraid of these rappers who gonna come get you? I said, listen, I'm more afraid of what my ancestors gonna do to me on the other side if I don't. You know what I'm saying? Put this info. I ain't worried about the devil and his little crew. Forget about them. I got bigger things to worry about if I do not. And for all you inspiring writers and artists, dancers, and the ones who like to speak, whatever you like to do it.
Good.
Do it, and don't do it for money. Do it. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to get it out of you.
Out. Right.
The ancestors are speaking, using your body as a vessel to explain something that maybe the world needs. So be inspired, and I don't care how long it takes you to get it done. Get it done.
Just don't give up.
Just don't give up. Don't do that.
Because I was on the verge. I was very disappointed.
And it was no accident that we reconnected when we did.
Because I haven't seen you in what,
eons. It's been
20
a minute.
years?
At least 20 years. You know what I'm saying? So it's like one of those things where it said, look, Sister Rose, don't give up. Here's an example of, you know what I'm saying, some other people who can come along and help facilitate and bring you along with your ideas. And that's just the way it works.
Yeah, well, I don't believe in accident or coincidence.
No, coincidence is the language of the ancestors as far as I'm concerned.
I don't believe. I believe in universal law, cause and effect, and I believe in, likes attract like.
Yes,
if you are vibing on a certain vibration and you have that trust and that faith, whatever you need will come.
Will come to you. It will be drawn into your universe. If you're in negative relationships and this and that, you drew that to yourself.
Thank you.
You know you did. I mean, a lot of people don't want to admit that they did, but you did.
You did.
You know what I'm saying? So whatever's going on in your life at this time is something you drew in your universe. And I use basketball as an example. Kobe Bryant from the Lakers, he hit some phenomenal shots just recently. And I was telling people he wanted that basketball. He drew that.
To him.
To him. It's always either Michael Jordan, the ball might ricochet, but it always winds up in his hands with no time or 2 seconds left on the clock, is because he wants that. The other people don't want that ball. They don't want that pressure with the game on the line, so the ball never finds their hands. But it always finds the ones who are magnetically drawn to themselves.
Yeah,
like Kobe he's like, man, I want to take this shot. I want to win this game.
But you know what? I would like for you to elaborate on that whole vibration, that energy, because I think that's where a lot of people seem to have the problem understanding how they attract certain things to them, because it's all about the energy field, the magnetic field. Nothing comes to you by accident.
Nothing at all comes to you by accident. All is mental. You're drawing everything in your universe. So if you're going through hard times, you need to understand there's something subconsciously going on within you that you need to check and begin to understand that, you're drawing this to you. So when I speak about vibration, you understand that everything is moving, and if you're vibrating at a certain rate, let's just, for rudimentary purposes, let's say you're vibrating at the number 10, and other things are vibrating at the number 5. They can be drawn to you, and you can raise them to that vibration, and they can begin to communicate with you or be drawn and be useful tools for you to use. I talk about this as well, how you got to watch out for vampires who, if you're vibrating at 10 and they're vibrating at 5, and they get on the phone and drain your energy, now they're vibrating at 10 and you're vibrating at 5. So you have to be careful of the people you draw to you, or these vampires who take on energy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about the one with the fangs and all the fairy tale stuff. I'm talking about real live vampires who suck and drain your energy if you allow them to.